Welcome back, beautiful tribe. Today we're going to be talking about the spiritual gift of claircognizance, or clear thought. My name is Bradley. I am a shamanic guide to seeing through the dark sides of life, a crystal-wielding Reiki master, and intuitive medium. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the sensual experience of claircognizance. Claircognizance literally translates to clear thought. Have you ever had daydreams that came true? Dreams that manifested into your reality? Or different thoughts that just plopped into your head and you know that you know, but you don't know how you know, but you know. That is the ability of claircognizance. I think this is one of the most common spiritual gifts that we experience in our day-to-day lives. Whether we reach for the phone before it rings, or whether we know who is at the door before they knock, different things like that. Spirit is constantly communicating and sending energy our way, and our brains basically acts like a radio antenna that just pulls in and receives all of this information. Now, there are various ways that you can strengthen this gift. Claircognizance is very similar to just knowing that you know. It's a beautiful gift, and I believe that in the process of expanding your mind, you expand this gift as well. The easiest way to clear up claircognizance is honestly meditation. Meditation, meditation, meditation. You have to clear your mind of your ego and your own thoughts in order to perceive those quiet whispers of spirit. It doesn't matter what religion you practice, what spiritual path you come from, there is a constant thread of truth in all of them, that the voice of God or the voice of the universe is quiet. So if we're constantly allowing ourselves to be bombarded by television voices, television programming, books, or driving, or working, or conversing, if you constantly have to have sound or music or something playing in the background, you could actually be missing out on the silent voice of spirit. Because sometimes spirit does not speak to us through words. Sometimes, especially with claircognizance, spirit speaks through the subconscious. The language of the subconscious is symbolism. I'll link down below some different sites that you can go to kind of begin to create your dictionary of what certain symbols, colors, and signs mean to you personally. Now, these are just the traditional correspondences for colors and symbols, but I want you to know those so that you can begin to understand what those signs mean for the collective. So when you're receiving claircognizant information, there's two kinds. There's personal claircognizance and there's collective claircognizance. Personal claircognizance, your symbols and what these colors mean to you personally are going to possibly vary from what they mean to another person. It's very similar in how we see colors. One person might see blue while another person sees green. Your perception of the world will be the biggest indicator of how this gift comes into your mind. If you are a visual person, you will probably see images and visions and different things like that. Claircognizance and clairvoyance are very closely linked. If you are a data person or analytical, you may see formulas or symbols or even words in your mind that just plop down in there. It's very similar to having pedantic or photographic memory. You're able to recall memories or recall things that you haven't seen before or that you shouldn't know in ordinary reality. That is the gift of claircognizance. It is spirit literally downloading information into your mind. I'm watching this show that discusses the difference between artificial intelligence and human intelligence, and it shows how we are very closely linked, how a data system that works in AI works on coding and information. Our minds are the same way. We work through the encoding of our environment, our culture, our religion, our belief, and our faith. Those are all codes and programs that exist within our mind, and our brain has taken those codes and began to operate under those codes. So a part of learning claircognizance is releasing some of these codes and allowing yourself to open up and expand your mind to bigger and wider perspectives than you have ever seen before. One of the number one ways to do this is via meditation. Because in meditation, the whole purpose of meditation is to become centered and grounded and release the ego, or release the self, and get out of your head and stop being so heady and come down to your heart. Because the information that pops into your head has to be filtered down to your heart for you to express it and understand it. That's what's the filter of all things, is the heart chakra. So in meditation, whenever you're grounding and centering, you get this moment of dissociation where you can see your thoughts as outside of yourself. A lot of the times when I'm working with clients who I'm trying to help them boost their claircognizant ability, I will have them do that meditation where they go down, they count down to 12, they walk down into their internal selves, and then they go into their inner landscape. And in their inner landscape, I have them see their thoughts as a river floating by, and each thought is a leaf. So we can actually pick up one of those leaves, look at it, examine it, and then put it back and let it go. A lot of us throughout our day-to-day lives, someone comes and gives us a pile of leaves and we take it all to ourselves. We don't let it go. We don't just, look at one at a time and then release it. We retain it and hold on to it. So we're literally buried in thoughts and projections and other people's reality. So in order to clear that, you have to give that and release it to the river so that it can flow by. But the secret that I have found that works pretty well is that when you're at the river and you're looking and you're letting these things go, what happens if you turn around? What happens if you turn around and see who it is within you that is actually perceiving these thoughts? Because your thoughts are not technically your own. If you can perceive something, that means you are the observer, not the subject. So therefore, there is something that perceives this internal dialogue, this internal voice of yours, that is not you per se, but is within you and an essential part of you. A lot of us ignore that silent witness inside. The silent witness is the number one way to connect with your claircognizance, because the silent witness is what speaks to your higher self. It's what connects you to this physical reality, and it is that's what you get when you go down to your heart. You're actually entering that mode of the silent witness and able to see in a broader perspective of everything that is going on within and without you. The second way to help boost this claircognizant ability is our mind and the subconscious mind really enjoy symbols and correspondences. So I'm holding a blue agate stone. This blue agate has been with me since I was a child. A long time. I can't even remember when I got it. I got it from my parents in a rock collection little kit. Like whenever I was a kid, I think we had went to a cave or maybe even Murfreesboro, Arkansas, when we were digging for diamonds. I don't remember, but it was just one of those things. I used to be fascinated with colorful and beautiful stones. Of course, now I realize that's because I needed those stones and they helped raise my vibration, because stones and crystals have their own energy. Well, this blue agate is actually a wonderful symbol for the third eye. So if you can see on there, it actually appears like an eye. Blue agate and lapis lazuli are two stones that are going to help you bring your truth out. So they're going to help activate the throat chakra a little more so you can clearly speak your mind and also see clearly. To add a little balance to that, you can use an amethyst stone, which will bring you a little bit more clarity and peace in your thoughts. You know, because we tend to have, especially if you're like me and you suffer from ADHD, meditation is, I think, the best way to combat ADHD. And so those hyperactive thoughts, amethyst is the stone of temperance. So it's going to allow those thoughts to slow down just a little bit so that you can actually perceive them, each thought, not just this blur or 16 trains going in 4 directions and you're the conductor and there's no brakes. That's kind of what ADHD feels like. You just go off on all these tangents every different way. And that's okay. It just means your mind can process a lot of information all at once. So, but how do you slow that down so that you can understand the connections between everything and make sure these trains don't collide with one another and create a catastrophe? Well, I think stones like this blue agate, lapis lazuli, and amethyst, you can hold them in your left hand, in your receiving hand, so that you are receiving that energy to slow down, clarify, and find truth. Stones are essential in psychic gifts, and I don't know any other psychics that don't use stones or crystals in some form or fashion. I mean, there's that trope of the crystal ball, us looking into the ball. It's not actually, some people can see symbols in the ball, but you don't actually see symbols in the ball, you see them in your head. It's all about symbology and what that does to your inner self. So 25 centuries ago, the Oracle of Delphi, one of the most famous psychics and oracles of all time, emblazoned over her doorway before you walked into the temple were the words, "Know thyself." Know thyself. So to have clear thought, one must know who you are, your internal center, your core. So how do you journey down to that core? Well, today I'm going to do something a little bit different than I've done with these videos. I'm actually going to walk you through an internal journey to your silent witness. Now, it's called the silent witness because it doesn't always speak, but when it does, you know. It's that quiet whisper inside of you that says, no, this isn't your path. It's that silent witness inside of you that says, yes, this way. Because this silent witness knows your soul's purpose. And claircognizance, I believe, is all about those messages from spirit, being the conductor of your 20,000 trains inside your mind, bringing you awareness to the important path that you need to take to follow your soul's purpose. So join me now. If you are listening to this from a device or your computer, now would be a great opportunity to put in headphones, because I'm going to be playing some binaural beat music at 963 hertz, which is actually the hertz of light and spirit. So it is going to fine-tune your energy and bring you into harmony and balance and tonation with the frequency of your crown chakra. So Claircognizance is all about the crown chakra. To amplify that today, if you have a clear quartz point or a clear quartz generator or crystal and even an amethyst, you can hold those two stones in the palm of your hand and they will help you move forward. All right, so get into a comfortable position wherever you are at and listen to the music for just a moment. Allow your inner ear and your inner self to just be surrounded and enfolded in this beautiful music. Begin to breathe in deeply. As you do, imagine you're breathing in beautiful white light and exhale. As you exhale out, release any stresses of the day, any anxieties, any worries and fears. Just let them go. Breathe in one more time. And breathe out. Good. One more time for me. Gently roll your head. Feel relaxation just wash over you, like you're standing under a gentle waterfall. The coolness or the warmth, whichever you prefer, washes through your body, relaxing each muscle group, each body part, all the way down to the tips of your toes. If you need to, take a moment and focus on your facial muscles, scrunch them up really tight, and then release. Move your neck back, move your neck forward, roll it around, and release. Good. Roll your shoulders. Take your tongue off the tip of Take your tongue off the top of your mouth and just relax it. Let it fall back into your throat at ease. Good. Relax your chest. Relax your stomach. Wiggle your hips just a little bit. Find a nice relaxing position. Flap your legs. Move them around. Tighten up all the muscles and release. Scrunch your toes and then wriggle them. And then just let them fall at ease, relaxed in the moment. Now take your awareness and move it to your breath here. Very similar to when you stub your toe and all of your senses focus on that little toe. If it can go all the way down to your toe, you can meet it halfway here at your chest. If it helps, place your palm open on your chest. And just feel that center. Good. Now as the music continues to play, I want you to envision a flight of stairs leading downward. 12 steps. As we walk down these steps, I want you to count from 12 to 1 with me. Ready? Continue to breathe, focusing on your center. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just relax at the foot of the steps. You may be surrounded by blackness. You may be surrounded by a white room. This is your inner world, your inner landscape. Anything is possible. You are the creator here. This is your world. Now create a movie screen or a mirror or some type of portal through which you can walk. And it's going to look silvery like a mirror, but when you touch it, it ripples like water. I want you to walk through that portal now. As you do, you will find yourself on a beautiful wooded path filled with trees, birds' song, the whispering of insects, and a light breeze on your skin. Whether it's moonlit or sunlit, there is light. Follow the light towards the ends of the path. As you do, you will find that it opens out into a wide field. At the end of this field is a giant tree that stretches up into the clouds, and its mighty roots dig down into the ground. A space of foundation and awakening, all in one. Head towards the tree for me. Take your time. Take in the sights and sounds, the beautiful inner world around you. As you arrive at the tree, you notice it is Yggdrasil, Axis Mundi, the center of the world and the tree of life. At the base of this tree, there's a well, a beautiful stone well, stone-lined well. This is the well of word. It is the creation of all things that will be, and all things that have yet to be, and all things that have passed. This is the well of wisdom. You may see someone tending the well. It may possibly be Mimir or the three sisters. Depending on your traditions and beliefs, you may see several different people here, or guardians or keepers. Go to this guardian and speak with the spirit and say that you would like to look at the well of word. Follow their instructions now. If they ask for an offering, you have one. If they ask for a password, you know it. Remember, it is know thyself. When you know who you truly are, you are centered in all things and connected to all things. Nothing is out of your awareness. Now go to the well and look in. Whatever you perceive, whatever visions you see, whatever thoughts you have or sensations you feel are perfect for you. Continue to watch the well as visions bubble up, move. What do you see? What happens? Good. Allow yourself to surrender to the visions. If you don't see anything but your reflection, that's okay. It's just asking you to learn more about yourself. Ask the well to show you who you are so that you may understand. If the well pulls you in for a journey, carry on, my friend. Follow spirit. If there are any symbols, remember them Spirit, seal them in your memory until you return to normal reality. If a vision goes too fast, ask Spirit to slow down or rewind the memory for you, the vision. You are in control. When you are finished, turn back to the Guardian and thank them for allowing you to visit the Well of the Word. If you have any questions for them or any questions about the vision that they could possibly give clarity to, you may ask them now. Allow them to answer and listen to their words of wisdom. Thank them again and head back down the path towards the forested road we came to. Some of you may need to walk, some of you are there, just instantaneously teleportation. Once you have reached the path, walk back down the path towards the portal that you entered. As you're coming to the portal, do not look behind you, simply walk forward. Walk through the portal. Good. Very good. Now turn around and take your hand in the vision and wipe the portal away. You're left with that white room or that black nothingness. Find the foot of the stairs. Oh, there they are. Right behind you. Okay. And as we walk up the stairs and ascend back to our bodies, I want you to count from 1 to 12. Put your hand back on your heart in the real world so that you can ground and anchor to who you are and use it as a rope to climb back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Good. Welcome back. Take a moment to stretch. It feels so good to be back in your body. Welcome back. If that is your first shamanic journey today, I want to congratulate you on going on this journey. If your vision took you in different directions, if your vision took you on different paths, know that this is perfect and whole exactly as it is. Grab a notepad or something at this time, and as you do, write down your recollections, your thoughts, the symbols, and the visions that were given to you so that you can come back to them and again over the coming days as Spirit continues to filter that knowledge through your subconscious into your conscious mind. I want to thank you all for going on this journey with me in this video series, A Sensual Experience, the Spiritual Gifts. Today we've learned about claircognizance, and I hope that these exercises and practices allow you to expand your understanding and understand who you truly are at your heart. For more information, you can check out my books on Amazon. I have The Fool's Journey, Raise the Vibe, Heal the Tribe by Bradley Scott Philpott, and the just released Wildfire in Our Earth, Heart, Soul, and Spirit. Bless you all, and may the path always rise to meet you. Remember, travel lightly, because what you bring with you becomes part of the landscape. Namaste. As you raise your vibe, you heal the tribe. Blessings.